Pilates flow. We're going to start from standing, feet just hip distance apart. Just press your feet down towards the mat, feel your toes spread, the soles of your feet just make themselves wide along that mat, and then reach up to the ceiling with your fingertips. Reach up towards the ceiling, feel some space gather between your lower ribs and your pelvis. And then turn your body to one side and back to the center. You're turning from your chest and reaching up at the same time. And then come back to the center and circle your arms around to the side. Think about creating a spiral through your spine. Reach up and then rotate and keep reaching. And then back to the center. And turn, and your hips stay square, but your chest and your mid-back turn, and then back to the center, and arms come down by your sides. Take one more like this. Go for space between the vertebrae in your spine as you lift up. Reach through your fingertips, but keep length through your neck. And then rotate. Feel your spine lengthen as you spiral upwards. And then back to the center, and arms come down by your sides. Take your legs out now so that they're a little bit wider than mat width, and reach your arms out to the side. We are going to flex your spine and rotate your spine at the same time, and bring a hand down towards or touching that opposite foot. And then re-stack your spine and go back up the way you came. So your abdominals draw towards your spine and flex your spine as you rotate. And then wheel back up and open out. Move from your pelvis to restack. Lead from your head and your neck. And you might find that with each flexion and rotation, you just go a little bit further towards that opposite foot. Just take one more on each side. Flexion and rotation. And always with length and space. And flex. And restack. And lengthen. Bring your feet back onto the mat. Take one foot out in front of the other. Get your balance. And then lower yourself down. Hinge forwards from your hips. Take a real lean into that front hip and open out that back thigh. And then reach up towards the ceiling. Feel an openness of that hip and a real flexion of that hip at the front. Openness of the hip at the back. And then we're going to turn towards that arm. Just your upper body that is turning. And then come back to the center and turn towards that front leg. And bring that back to the center. Bring your hands down onto the mat in front of you. Push up onto that back foot. Change legs. Bring that opposite leg down. And stretch out and reach up. Allow that back thigh just to lengthen towards the mat, to stretch out across your hips. Turn towards that upright arm. And rotate back to the center. Keep a sense of length as you rotate. And then bring that back to the center. Bring both hands down onto the mat. Tuck that back toe under and bring that back leg, that front leg to meet the back leg. And now we are going to turn onto the edges of your feet and reach your arm up and out to the ceiling. Take this top hand, thread it through. Reach it up to the ceiling. Open out. Come over into a side bend. And then back onto all fours. And then turn to the opposite direction. Reach up. Keep the length as you thread through. Take that arm. Spiral from your chest and lift up to the ceiling. Come up and over. And then bring that arm up, swivel onto the balls of your feet, onto your hands and your toes, and then come down onto your knees. Come down onto the floor. Just bring your hands slightly further forwards, just by your forehead, and turn your legs out from the top of your thighs. Wheel your upper back away from the mat so that you are lifting to 25%. You're just coming a quarter of the way up into extension, and then lower down. Really take a while just to see how your body feels as you go up a little bit higher to that halfway, 50% on that lift, and then bring that down. Grow forwards as well as upwards. Go up to 75 and then bring that back down. And then if it feels good to extend, lift yourself up into that swan dive, up to 100% in that extension, and then bring that back down. And then this time, lift up into extension. As you lower down, lift your right leg and push up. So you're keeping your back extended, your elbows bend, keep a feeling of strength at the front, lower, push up, and lower, and lengthen, and lower, and lengthen. Two more. We need to keep that space in your spine, and lift, and then roll down, find the mat, wheel down. Tuck your toes under, push yourselves up into that plank position, and then bring your knees under. Bring your toes together and your knees apart, and then sit back into that frog position. Bring your right hand over onto your left and stretch out. Change sides. And then come back onto all fours. Take your feet out, back into that plank position. Long, long, long through your spine. Lift your left leg, point it away from you, And then draw a circle in the air. And make that circle really uniform, really smooth, and feel as though you're trying to reach away from you with that leg as you draw that circle. Bring it down, lift the opposite foot, point your toes, level your hips, and circle. Breathe. Strong through the center. And then bring that back in. Hug that knee right in. Bring your knee towards the opposite hand and your foot and your lower leg across your body. And then lean forwards. And just feel a stretch across your seat at the back. You can bring your head here, right down onto the mat. And then to change legs, switch, reach, and stretch. And then bring yourself up, swing your legs around to the front, come just off your sitting bones, lift your legs and reach one leg away from you. So we're going to roll like a ball from here, but I want you to try to go down in a level, down a straight line along the mat. So with our legs like this, it's going to want to just shift us off a little bit. So we are going to roll like a ball and balance. And wheel back. And balance. And control this from the center. Roll back. Strong through your abdominals. Lovely. Take one more on this side. And I haven't just finished quite in the center of that mat. So I'll try a little bit harder on this opposite side. So we're holding here, pelvis is level, light through that opposite leg. Think about your waistline here, staying even on both sides. And roll and balance. Two more. Well done. These are a challenge. Last one. And then hug both knees in. Roll down. Reach one leg away. And single leg reach. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Let's really work your abdominals. 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. To bring ourselves back up to standing, roll like a ball 3 times. 2 more. On this last one, cross your feet at your ankles, bring yourself up to standing. And then lower yourself down with control. Roll like a ball. Cross your feet, push up, reach up, and circle around. And we are done. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope that I will see you again very soon.